Hi guys, Andy here, and I'm here to bring you all things Monday and makeup related. If that's your vibe, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to be part of my little slice of the internet. And in today's video, we are doing the blush tournament. We're going to go through all my blushes and figure out which one's going to come out on top. So if you want to see that, let's go ahead and get on into it. So, I originally saw the lip tournament video was done by Julia Adams. I think she did a blush tournament as well, but I will... As always, I'll have her listed in the description box down below just so you can go check her out regardless. But I figured since we finished my mid-year declutter, we finished my inventory, we finished my no pain left behind on anything that we could possibly be doing, I figured this would be fun just to see, you know? Because something that I could deem possibly as my favorite might not actually be my favorite if I sit here and swatch things when they're paired randomly against other things. So what I did is I opened my drawer and basically I looked across the drawer and I numbered things 1 through, I think I have 20 blushes, and this is including cream and powder, and I just put that number, like I said, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. There are 20 blushes. I have 20 exactly. So I just went across and paired them up randomly through the random number generator. So for our first pairing, because as you can see I have blush on currently, we will, for round 2, take my blush off and try the blushes on. But for round 1, we're just going to do hand swatches. So for round 1, we have Tarte Sensual. This is my full size Tarte blush. So this is what she looks like. Just a nice nude blush. And I'm going to build this swatch up a little bit because this is a very nude blush. So that's 2 layers there, just so that you can see it properly. I didn't get out a makeup wipe. Hang on, because I have to open this new thing of makeup wipes. Okay, now that I'm actually ready to go, that is going to be paired up against my e.l.f. Liquid Camo Blush in the shade Dusty Rose. So we have a doe foot applicator, and I'm just going to do, well, here, we'll see. We'll start with that. Let me add just a little more. There we go. So those are the 2 shades there. I do like them both. They are both nice shades in my collection. I really do like this e.l.f. formula. I would like more shades in this. I want the like corally orange shade because like I said, I do really like this. And I want to try the contour in this formula, but that's neither here nor there. I think I'm going to advance the e.l.f. one because this has been on my chopping block because of the shade of it. So I think I'm going to go ahead, and I don't even have my highlighter out. Look at me, I'm slacking. So I'm going to advance the e.l.f. Dusty Rose. So let me grab my next pairing. Alright, so next we have Natasha Denona My Mini Dream Blush. Ow, it pinched me. Mine looks like this. I'm just going to... The way I use this blush, when I put it on, I swirl the 2 blush shades together and then go into the highlight. So I'm just going to swirl the 2 blush shades together, which gives us this pretty blush. This is really gorgeous. I gave one of these to DW. She's gotten 1 or 2 of our other friends to get one of these. It's a beautiful, beautiful blush. And that is going up against Nude Sticks Magenta Magic. This is one of their glow cores. I really hope all these pairings with creams that the cream blushes don't win, but I have to, this shade is to die for. I have to advance that Magenta Magic shade. Plus, I am a sucker for my Nude Sticks products. I just really love their products. I really do. Our next pairing, we have Jeffree Star. This is Lollipop Luxury. Which, these are so intense. Like, that one dot would do my whole face. So, there's Lollipop Luxury, which I do really like this blush. I do. Versus Tarte Lavish. So it's another pink. Ooh. Because I have 4 more of these Amazonian clay blushes, but these are in the minis. I have to go with the Jeffree Star blush. And I know these Amazonian clay blushes are buildable, and I know that they're nice. This is actually, out of the 4, the only one that I've used. But I love that pink shade. So I want to be true to what I love. Oh, and I will say, for all of my categories, anything that's in a face palette, so like if I have blushes in a face palette, those were not included. So sorry, but I only have 4 face palettes, so those are being left out. Next we have Nude Sticks. This is Sunset Gold. This is my other Glow Core, which I really don't love this one as much. It is nice, but I definitely don't love it as much. And I think it's because the Glow Core is gold. I think that's what I don't like about it. And then we have it against another Tarte blush. And this one is in the shade, in the shade Chic. Ooh. Oh, we're going Tarte blush. Chic is moving for our first powder blush to move forward. So sorry, Nude Sticks. Next we have, this is one of the Digital Dust Duos from Melt, and this one's in the shade Buzzkill. So when I wear this, I do 2 times in the color, once in the highlight, so that's what I'm going to do. So now these are shimmery. And they're the only shimmery blushes that I have. This next one says that it's a matte. This is the NYX Sweet Cheeks matte in the shade Rose and Play, but this is really like a satin. As you can see, it's just got that hint of shine to it, but I have to go with the Melt blush. I really love these. Next we have NYX Baby Doll. I have a lot of pinky blushes I'm finding, so this might be a nice thing for me to figure out. So there is NYX Baby Doll. Hang on, I have you guys over just... So sorry I covered up the camera, but here's NYX Baby Doll. And then we have another Tarte blush. They're so hard for me to open with nails on. We have Poise, which is like a rum raisin shade, which I do love, but these NYX blushes are just, they've been my favorite for years, so I gotta advance that blush on. We got the battle of the tiny blushes. So we have Beauty Bakery. This is Hey Pumpkin. So we got the hot orange, bright orange, versus Beau Babe Beauty in the shade Blushing, which is hot pink. So this is a fun matchup. I'm pulling away from the orange blushes. I used to love orange, and I still do, but I love the pink. I'm going to go with the Beau Babe Beauty. Next, we have my other Melt duo. So this one's in Raw Honey. So I'm going to do the same thing. 2 on this side with 1 here. So 1, 2, 1. So this is a deeper shade, but I love this one. This is the one I had first. So there's Raw Honey, and then we have that against my Il Makiage shade in Bootylicious, my one baked blush, which I do love. I do love it very, very much. I'm going to go with the MAKIAGE shade. I really love this baked formula, so I'm going to move this one on. We got Battle of the Squares. We have Delancey. This is in shade number 4. Beautiful coral. Versus About Face in the shade Get Some. This is brand new to me. I just got this. But again, I'm moving away from those orangey corals, so I'm going to go with the About Face shade, and we're going to move that one forward. And last but certainly not least for this very first portion, we have my Mo Beauty Chili Crisp. So this is a blush, one of the Jello, like jelly blushes. It still smells like jelly too, like Jello. So there is that there, and that'll stain. Versus Tarte Indulgence, which, what do you look like? Ooh, buddy. Since it's a similar shade, I'm going to go with the powder, and we're going to move the Tarte one forward. And let's see, can I get that? Didn't even get it off fast enough. It's still stained my hand. So I'm going to write these all down and pair up the next set. I'm going to get my blush off my face, and we'll move into round 2. Alright, blush is off. I pulled my hair back so we could clearly see what's going on. And our first pairing is 2 cream blushes. So we have e.l.f. in Dusty Rose versus Nude Sticks in Magenta Magic. So I'm going to apply these, and I'm going to show you how I would. So, and I'm going to apply just slightly more than I normally would. So for the e.l.f. one, well, I mean, with both of these, I would use a sponge. Well, actually, with the e.l.f. one, I would use my e.l.f. brush. So there it is. Papa, go. So since that sponge took one of the dots, let me just put one little dot back, because that's my bad. I totally forgot that I usually use this e.l.f. brush. Blazemere, go. My goodness, he's getting stuck in my dress. So, and then for Magenta Magic, I just draw it on. That looks beautiful with the blue. And I have Cinema Secrets next to me. I have paper towels so that I can wipe things off. So I put the line there, and then I always go in with just a dot more on the cheek itself. And these don't have to be the very best blending jobs, because it's really just to see the color. That's what we're doing. So we have e.l.f. Dusty Rose versus Nude Sticks. I don't even need to think about that. So Nude Sticks is going to advance to round 3. I'm going to take these off. The foundation I'm using to cover is this Kiko 2-in-1 full coverage foundation and concealer, because it's just easy. So I will be right back, and we'll do the next round. Alright, our next mashup, we have NYX Baby Doll and Melt Buzzkill. So I'm going to start with the cream. So for this, I just swipe it on and Normally I would use my sponge, but it's just going to be a little bit easier to see if I use a brush. Plus, the brush will be easier to clean because I have Cinema Secrets next to me and... Ow! So, a little heavy blushing, but blushing nevertheless. And then, so like I said, for this, I do 2 and 1. Okay, these actually look much more similar than I thought they would. So we have Baby Doll. I don't know if I even love the shade Baby Doll. It's actually the only one I have left. So I'm going to advance the Melt shade. So now let me go take all this off, and we'll be right back. Okay, so for this roundup, we have Jeffree Star Lollipop Luxury versus Tarte Chic Intense. So for the Jeffree Star one, I do this on my hand. So I'm going to put a dot or so on the back of my hand, and then I take the brush and I dip it there, and then I go on to the cheek. Because these Jeffree Star blushes are no joke. They are intense. Because you can always build up more, but you cannot taketh away. So here, let me get that off my hand. Because I can always get out a new wipe for my face. And then we have the shade Chic, which I have never used this. Oh, that's cute. It goes on a lot more sheer. I'm sure you could build it up. This is really cute. I'm going to advance the Tarte one forward. I was not expecting that in the slightest. We have an upset. Alright, so now for this mashup, we have Il Makiage Bootylicious versus Bobe Beauty Blushing. So... and normally I would be more careful, but like I said, we're just going in. And I did get out a second blush brush. I really love them both. But there's something so ethereal and effortless about this baked blush that I'm going to put Il Makiage forward. Our last pairing is up next. For our final pairing, we have About Face Get Some, which looks like this, versus Tarte Indulgence, which looks like this. So... I'm going to try, I'm not going to use a brush with that. I'm sorry, I'm just not. I'm going to go in a second time. That is pretty. I just got this blush, so... That is gorgeous. And now let's try. Oh goodness. Oh goodness gracious. That was one tiny tap. Okay, we're gonna go with the About Face one. And I think I'm gonna declutter this. I don't think that this shade is for me. But About Face, get some. I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna write down our last set. Well, our third round, and we'll get into that. Okay, so we have 5 blushes in round 3, and our very last blush that was the winner was this About Face blush. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. So our first matchup is Nude Sticks Magenta Magic versus Melt Buzzkill. Whichever one wins, we're immediately going to pair it up against the About Face blush and see which one wins. Okay, right? Because if this one wins, I think. We'll see. In my head, I had a hole to do, but let's just get it going. So this time we're going to put Magenta Magic on this side so that I don't have any bias. I'm going to do the same thing, which I really do love this shade. I'm just so into these cool toned pinks. And then, so this is Buzzkill again. So 1, 2, 1. Oh, I love this shade though. And I'm not a huge fan of glowy blushes, but I think the Melt one's gonna win. So actually, we're gonna wait. We're gonna see what wins between the next pairing, and then they're all 3, I think. Or should I make this go up against this now? No, I should wait. One moment. Okay, so now we have Tarte Chic versus Il Makiage Bootylicious. So let's take Chic on this side. Bootylicious on this side. I might need to build up Chic a little bit more. I might need to build them both up a little bit more. There you go. They're very similar, but I like the sheen that the Il Makiage one gives, so that's the one that is moving on. Alright, so I kept Il Makiage on this side. We're going to put the Melt one on this side to see which one wins and which one is going to go up against the About Face. Il Makiage. Alright, so I'm going to take this one off and we're going to do it against the About Face one. Alright, so let's go into this, and again I'm going to use the sponge. So it's pretty. Like, honestly, this is what I would wear under this. But I'm going to go with MAKIAGE, which is crazy. That is not what I would have thought would have won. But I really like the baked formula of the blush. So our winner is this side, and it is this guy. Our MAKIAGE Bootylicious blush. So thank you guys for coming along with me on this ride, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.